Have you ever noticed something strange about dreams? The moment you tell everyone about your big plan, something inside that dream begins to fade. The excitement feels real. The applause feels good. People smile. They say, "That's amazing." But then something strange happens. Days pass. Weeks pass. And somehow, the dream never begins. Why does this happen? Why do so many people fail times before they even start? In a quiet village, surrounded by small houses and dusty roads, lived a young man named Simon. Simon was known by everyone. Simon was known by everyone, not because he had achieved something great, but because he always had big plans. Every few weeks, Simon would stand in the village square and announce a new dream. One day, he said, "I will open the biggest shop this village has ever seen." Another day, he said, "I will become the best potter in the region." Another time, he said, "I will build beautiful furniture and sell it to travelers." His dreams were always big, and the villagers loved hearing them. They would clap. They would smile. They would praise him. "Simon, you are going to be successful one day. You are so ambitious. You have such big ideas." Simon would walk home feeling proud, very proud. But something strange always happened the next morning. The next morning, Simon would wake up and suddenly feel tired. The excitement from the night before would be gone. The fire inside him had disappeared. He would think, "Maybe I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next month. And eventually, the dream quietly died. Then a new dream appeared, and the cycle repeated again. Simon announced. The villagers praised him. He felt proud. And then, nothing happened. No shop. No pottery. No furniture. Just words. Year after year, Simon became known for one thing. Not success. But, talking about success, have you ever met someone like that? Or maybe, have you ever been that person? Someone with beautiful plans, but very little action. Simon didn't understand what was happening to him. Why did his motivation disappear every time? Why did the fire fade so quickly? One day, someone finally explained it to him. At the edge of the village lived an old man, a quiet man. Most people simply called him Times the Elder. He had watched Simon for many years. One evening, the elder invited Simon to sit with him under a large tree. Simon began explaining his newest idea. "I'm going to build a big workshop," Simon said proudly. "I'll make chairs, tables, and beautiful furniture." The elder smiled gently. Then he asked a simple question. "Simon, have you built even one chair yet?" Simon looked down. "No." The elder nodded slowly. "I thought so." Simon felt embarrassed. "But I really want to do it," he said quickly. "I really do." The elder looked at him with calm eyes. "I believe you," he said, "but you are making one small mistake. A mistake that destroys many dreams." Simon leaned forward. "What mistake?" The elder stood up and walked toward the garden behind his house. "Come," he said. "I want to show you something." In the garden, the elder held 2 small seeds in his hand. He walked to a patch of soft soil. Slowly, he dug a tiny hole. Then he placed the first seed deep in the ground. He covered it with dirt. Then he watered it gently. Simon watched in silence. Next, the elder picked up the second seed. But this time, he did something strange. Instead of planting it, he placed it on top of a flat rock, right in the open sunlight. Anyone walking by could see it. Simon frowned. "Why did you put it there?" he asked. The elder smiled. "This seed will be seen by everyone. Everyone will know it exists. But the other seed," he pointed to the soil. "No one will see it." Days passed. Simon returned to the elder's garden. The seed on the rock had dried up. The sun burned it. Birds pecked at it. It was gone. But the hidden seed, the one buried in the soil, had started to grow. A small green sprout pushed through the dirt. Simon stared at it. Then the elder finally spoke. "Dreams are exactly like these seeds. A dream at the beginning is very fragile," the elder explained. "It is weak. It needs protection. It needs time. And most importantly, it needs silence." Simon listened carefully. "When you tell everyone about your dream," the elder continued, "you place the seed on the rock. The sun of attention burns it. The birds of opinions attack it. And the applause you receive," the elder paused, "that applause tricks your mind." Simon looked confused. "What do you mean?" The elder smiled. "When people praise your dream, your brain feels the same reward as if you had already succeeded. You feel proud. You feel important. You feel accomplished. But you have done nothing yet. So the energy that should push you to work, ET's wasted on words." Simon suddenly understood. All those nights in the village square, all that applause, all that praise, it had felt like success. But it was only an illusion. That night, Simon walked home quietly. For the first time in years, he did not announce a new dream. He did not tell anyone his plans. Not his friends, not the villagers, not even his family. Instead, he did something different. He picked up a piece of wood, and he began to work. His goal was simple. Just one chair. Not a shop. Not a big business. Just one chair. The first attempt failed. The wood cracked. The legs were uneven. The chair collapsed. But something was different this time. There was no audience, no applause, no embarrassment, just quiet effort. So Simon tried again, and again, and again. Days turned into weeks. His hands became stronger. His skills slowly improved. Piece by piece, the chair began to take shape, and one morning, Simon finished it. A simple wooden chair. Not perfect, but real. Very real. He sat down and looked at it. For the first time in his life, Simon felt something deeper than pride. He felt earned satisfaction. The quiet kind. The kind that comes only from doing the work, not talking about it. Years later, Simon became the best craftsman in the region. The world does not need to hear your plans. It only needs to see your results.